So thank you so much for talking to DT. So first of all, I'll start with how do you see the significance of this conference amidst the rising AI-powered challenges?
Today, AI is not just a tool, it's an actor. It's now occupied a central position in our day to day lives. Therefore, if we think we can just ignore AI or take AI for granted, nothing can be worse for us. Why? Because AI has already become far more intelligent than humans. It's begun to start playing with your minds. And it's already begun to start demonstrating a primitive level of consciousness, which I think is a very, very dangerous phenomenon. Why? Because with this consciousness coming in, the propensity of artificial intelligence to go ahead and not obey human commands is going to be high. That's the reason why human race has a bigger problem. That whether AI is an existential threat to humanity or not. I'm of the firm opinion that the law will have to come in very, very quickly to deal with the misuse of AI. No law can ban technology, so AI can't be banned. But the misuse of AI for criminal purposes, for breaching the cybersecurity, is one issue that definitely needs to be looked at. And that's the direction that European Union, El Salvador, or South Korea, or even China have gone into. Coming to the Indian context, I think India, people have begun to start getting relying upon AI too much. So much so that I find Indians are walking in the direction of cognitive colonialism, where they have stopped applying their minds and allowed their cognitive faculties to rust, and thereby extensively focusing and relying upon what output is being given by AI, without realizing that AI is hallucinating. It's telling you the wrong things. It has got its own vested agendas. And the time has come that we need to protect Indians and their mental faculties from prejudicial impact by artificial intelligence. The government of India has done good work. It's come up with AI guidelines so far. But I think these guidelines are only a first step of work in progress. Why? Because these guidelines do not have the force of law. Very quickly, I'm of the firm opinion that India will have to come up with dedicated legal framework on artificial intelligence. India will have to definitely make sure that it will have to give legal recognition to artificial intelligence as a legal entity and also deal with very contentious issues pertaining to accountability, liability, transparency, and explainability. Today, Indians are seeing AI as a black box. So the law has to come in and inform the users that don't trust AI. Also, appropriate rights, duties, and responsibilities need to be stipulated of AI stakeholders so that at least the AI companies need to make their AI products more explainable. When Prime Minister Narendra Modi has now highlighted the concept of sustainable AI, marrying sustainability with artificial intelligence, the time has come that we should expand this concept even more. India is a natural leader as far as the global south is concerned. And I think what India does in terms of regulation of AI will, to a large extent, also go ahead and influence how other countries in the global south are going to be looking at regulation of AI. So, all said and done, this international conference on cyberlaw, cybercrime, cybersecurity, with its theme on artificial intelligence ecosystem, opportunities and challenges, is basically trying to go ahead and explore the current frontiers of how AI needs to be regulated, what needs to be done by state and non-state actors so that human race can take the best benefits of AI, yet at the same time go ahead and regulate the misuse of artificial intelligence for criminal or other illegal purposes.
Sir, as a more cybersecurity experts and the speakers will joining this conference from across the globe. So what major insights we can expect this platform will be shared?
So this conference is a unique conference. What we are doing is we are having 37 sessions. We'll have about 300 speakers. Each session will come out with certain concrete recommendations. And these recommendations will then be collated in an outcome document, which will be presented to the conference. And once it's passed by the conference, will then become the official document of what really transpired at the conference, what are the various recommendations in the various sessions, and then this outcome document gets circulated to 190 plus countries across the world, their ICT ministers, and also specifically go ahead and we distribute it to the United Nations ecosystem, all Government of India ministries and bodies. Ultimate idea is very clear. This collated knowledge and wisdom that we've collated at the conference needs to be go ahead and circulated, distributed, and people need to understand that they need to piggy ride on the recommendations and utilize their own respective strategies. So all said and done, last 12 years, this conference has been contributing to its outcome document. Hopefully this year also, we like to contribute some major contributions in terms of how the evolving jurisprudence on cyber law, cybercrime, cybersecurity and artificial intelligence has to operate.
So, sir, you have launched the next book at this platform. So, can you shed some light on that?
So my latest book has been launched. This is the 202nd book, and this is called Regulating AI Vortex, the Duggal Doctrine. Wherein this book I have compared artificial intelligence with a vortex. It's like a tornado. It sucks everything in. And once it sucks in, it actually goes ahead and comes out with completely new outcomes. So somehow this tornado, this vortex will have to be regulated. How this has to be regulated is a big way forward. So I've actually stipulated the Duggal Doctrine, where I've actually given 10 distinctive evergreen principles which must be kept in mind by policymakers, by governments, as they come up with their own national approaches to deal with artificial intelligence and its regulations. Today is narrow AI, tomorrow is agentic AI, day after tomorrow is artificial general intelligence, and the subsequent day we'll see super intelligence coming in. I believe these 10 principles that I have postulated in this book are going to be relevant in every stage of AI development, whether it's agentic AI, AGI, or even super intelligence. And I think the onus will now be upon stakeholders, policymakers, governments, that they can actually take the benefit of these legal principles and come up with their own national approaches to deal with AI. But alone national approaches may not suffice. Ultimately, artificial intelligence is a global paradigm. So you will require a global international treaty, a convention on artificial intelligence, so that countries across the world are united at an international level on how to deal with the challenges and the distinctive nuances thrown up by artificial intelligence. Why? Because now artificial intelligence presents an existential threat to humanity at large. If we are not going to be careful now, if we don't put in the legal guardrails now at the time of development of AI, we as a human race are going to be potentially repenting. And now with AI already decoding signals coming from 3i Atlas, which is an extraterrestrial object coming towards Earth, I think it's only a wake-up call that this intelligence is far more intelligent to even decode the signals coming from an alien civilization. If that's the position, I think humans are at risk. Humans have to protect their cognitive faculties. Humans have to protect their existence, because once AI becomes very, very strong and very powerful, then to a large extent, it could effectively mean that the intrinsic character and the fabric of the human existence as a race might be prejudicially impacted. Therefore, at no other point of time, there was so much of urgency to act on AI law than now. And this particular international conference on cyber law, cybercrime and cybersecurity will to a large extent go ahead and contribute to the evolving jurisprudence pertaining to cyber law, cybercrime, cybersecurity and artificial intelligence.
Thank you so much, sir, for talking to us. Thank you.